Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news involving Ben Simmons. We all know it has been a lot of lingering injury issues and things of that nature, but signs point to him returning to dominance, hopefully. I just want to put hopefully out there. Our dominance might be a little kind of crazy, but at least a little bit more to form. I want to hope that it was injury issues that maybe he didn't report. That's what I want to hope, because it's just been downright horrifying, the situation that Ben Simmons has been in. He's been in kind of a bad circle of events, dating back to Philadelphia, but signs are pointing to him progressing. I think that's a good point. And we all know the Brooklyn Nets, they made some moves, and I think that a guy like Big Ben Simmons, he could work this out. Let me know your thoughts if Ben Simmons could get back into, form. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV if you want more Ben Simmons news, updates, and more. We're going to definitely provide that for the people. But Ben Simmons, his rehab and recovery from back surgery, and he had a nerve impingement, has been kind of like, it's been quiet, ain't nobody said nothing. But if you've been living under a rock, he posted on his social media, that he's in the gym, and that's actually a very good sign, especially for a guy like Ben Simmons, all his issues and events, and like I said, people feeling like he quit, he don't have the dog, he don't got the heart. We got to remember, this kid is 26 years old, ladies and gentlemen. He's not 36, you understand? But we just got to be honest with ourselves. It hasn't been, the best. We just got to call it how we see it. Ben Simmons this season, 6 points, 56%. He only played 42 games, dealing with issues, and it is long ways away from when he was doing this thing in Philly, hovering around a triple-double. How can Ben Simmons get back to upwards of 14 points per game again like he was doing? He was averaging 16 points per game back in 2018 and in 2019 seasons. So I think he got to try to get back to it, but the 6 points ain't going to cut it, not in today's NBA. And then it's not even like he's electrifying with the assists. I could see if he giving you those numbers, but he giving you 12 assists a game. And now it's a whole nother equation. But you look at the weapons on the floor for the Brooklyn Nets. You gotta be real here, ladies and gentlemen. The Nets do have a little squad here. We all know the debacle of Kyrie, Kevin Durant. They all departed. They done moved on to greener pastures, so they think, but they have Mikal Bridges now. You have Cam Thomas. You have Cameron Johnson. You got Spence back. You got Seth, Claxton, Vinny Smith, Harris. You're not going to tell me it ain't no talent on this roster, so you got Patty Mills. It's shooting here. You got Royce O'Neal. Who knows what they're gonna do in the draft and free agency and the moves that's gonna be out there for them. But why can't Ben Simmons slide into the role of being a facilitator, coming in here, pushing the ball with pace? You got shooters everywhere. You got Bridges. He's ready to step into that all-star form. Why not? And I think this is the kind of team that I think Ben Simmons. I just want to hope this, because it's been so much. But I could just tell you this: for a guy who's had mental issues that he said he was dealing with, and now you see him posting in the gym now. Back in the days, it felt like he ain't never wanted to be in the gym. We seen him throw the ball and walk out. You seen what happened in Philly. And people question him. Kyrie and Kevin Durant, to their credit, they departed town and they haven't said anything. You would have thought that they would have just annihilated him, but that didn't happen. So I would like to know really what was going on with Ben Simmons. He hardly was on the floor, but it's gonna be a very long road ahead for him. I want to hope that he can get back to dominance, to what he once was. Has that ship sailed? I don't think so. I want to point back, 26 years old, ladies and gentlemen. If anything, he should if it wasn't for all the injuries and everything went aligned, he would have just been, coming into his prime. This is a multi-time All-Star. I mean, seriously, people view Ben Simmons very highly. He was in MVP conversations, if I'm not mistaken, here and there. He was in, like I said, people view Ben Simmons up there like that, especially when Philly was Philly, when he was running it, with Joel. I mean, you would have never thought they needed any more weapons when you had Ben Simmons out there doing this thing. So it's very unfortunate, what is taking place with him. But him getting back in the gym is a very good sign for not only Nets fans in the city of Brooklyn, and the borough of Brooklyn, pardon me, but also himself, because like I said, a lot of this is himself and dealing with things that hurdles and all of these pitfalls and past trauma, that he has to overcome and he had to endure. Let's see what Coach Jock Vaughn can do for him. I want to believe that Jock is going to give him the opportunity. It's not like his trade value is immense where you could unload him for multiple first rounders. It's not going to happen. You probably get a second rounder, if that. I'm telling you, the way Ben Simmons been playing, I don't know. But if you could somehow, if the road is to get him out of town, you got to play him. You got to roll him out there and get him in good situations and give him the floor. And let's see what happens. But I do think the Brooklyn Nets will be looking to win next season. So I don't think it's a tank job that they coming in to lose, anything like that. I think they feel they have a competitive roster that could be fighting for the postseason. Why can't they be in the mix with these teams that are down bottom, like the Knicks, and even though the Knicks were kind of in the middle, but like obviously Charlotte, Atlanta, Miami was down bottom as well. You seen them rise to the rankings. So why can't they be in that mix? I believe they're better than Detroit. I believe they're better than Orlando, maybe, but I think they're better than Orlando due to the experience. Orlando got a lot of weapons opposed to Brooklyn, but when you could put a Bridges out there, you could put a Vinny Smith, you can start to slow things down offensively for the opposing team, along with some of these other guys in Claxton, Ben Simmons, if he wants to come to the party, and Spencer. Then they have talent. Johnson and these guys, they play defense. Thomas. So we got to understand that, number one. So they got to first and first start with defense, and I think they need to have Ben Simmons at the point of attack. And like I said, Ben Simmons is back, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can let the people know. This is perfect, man, for this guy, man. He's 6'11". Everybody's excited for him, man. He's just, man, he got to come back, man. And I wish this man nothing but the best. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Make sure you hit that like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button.